So let's talk about something that's really topical right now is Great Christmas Light Fight. Because like if you speak to Matos and a couple people, there's a collection of people around the country. When you go to the trade show, everyone like Johansson, everyone knows someone who's been on the Great Christmas Light Fight, and nobody has won, right? Nobody in the little crowd of the RGB crowd. Have you been on there? And what do you think about the show being canceled?
So I am one of the only vendors that was not on a Great Christmas Light Fight, and is an RGB vendor. So just I put my hat on that one and give myself a thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm one of the only ones, but the majority of them have been on it. I mean, you have David Pease from Experience Lights, JR Metals from Metals Designs. You have James from Bosco Studios, and the list goes on and on. So a lot of the RGB vendors started off as competitors on there, and then were able to push their company forward from there. How I felt about it, I think I was disappointed. I felt that it was getting a little bit too pixel related, and I love pixels, but I also like traditional lights. So I felt it was getting too pixel heavy. And also I felt that it was getting really expensive. I don't know if you guys saw some of those shows were like, whoa, that's a lot. Like, holy smokes, that is a lot. So I think the end user probably felt that it wasn't reachable for them anymore. I felt that maybe they should have had like different tiers. Again, this is my opinion. And we've had this conversation with a ton of other people, and a lot of them agree with it. They should have had different tiers, like super heavy hitters, then you had the techie level, and then you had the traditional lights, and then traditional lights went against traditional lights. And, I think it should have been, or a mixed group or something. I don't know. I don't know what could have made it better or what could have made it worse. But I do know that it was sad to hear that they got rid of it. We were at the, man, I forget. I travel so much. I forget what mini it was. It was the Nashville mini, and somebody brought up, hey, we should start our own great Christmas Light Fight. Just a bunch of tech nerds from the hobby, and we all travel to random people's houses and give out awards. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. I don't know if a bunch of people are going to like a bunch of nerds in front of their yards, giving them feedback. I don't know if that's what they want, but I think that I'm hoping maybe somebody else picks it up, maybe Netflix, and takes it a different direction, or Peacock. They're always these new streaming people are always picking stuff up, so it's an opportunity there for them maybe to pick it up. It didn't do that bad viewers wise. It was close to 2 million viewers. That's a episode. That's not bad.
ABC. Well, I think you said it best yourself. If you start selling these RGBs as Christmas, you're already gone wrong right there. And there comes a time where it's not exactly Christmas. It's an RGB light show, and it's not the traditional thing that you see on street to street neighborhoods. It's extravagant, and it takes a lot to do it, but it's not exactly a traditional Christmas. And I think that's what makes our industry so awesome, is even though there is cooler things out there, they want the basic static C9 bulb, and that's what they want because that's how they grew up. But I think as grandma and grandpa, fall off the conveyor belt and the new generation becomes tattooed ear gauge grandma and grandpa, I think RGB will definitely be, this is when I grew up, we had RGB, so I think those traditions might change, but right now, I would see that.